We're here. We're queer. Let's go. It's hump day. Chris Gore is on the casting couch right now, ready to go to.
Dude, I'm at my aunt's place in Orange County, and I'm heading to San Diego right after the show. So there you go. And I'm doing a road stream on Film Threat this afternoon, so I'll be on the road.
Yeah, do you have a driver?
Yes. My lovely wife is going to be co-pilot.
Oh, nice.
She'll be driving. Alan. I'll be complaining the whole way.
Alan will be his co-pilot.
Alan's the co-pilot in the chair because he's not coming until later tonight.
He is. All right.
Yeah.
Alan been fucking on fire on Twitter.
Oh my God. He's been so good. He's trying to get monetized on X, and you need like 5 million impressions in a certain period of time. He got 1 million over this weekend, just messing with people.
I wish I could give him some of mine. He could have my sweet X money.
Yeah,
hey, I made. I don't mean to boast, everybody, but I made $700 talking shit. It's great. And like really high-minded tweets like no shit or breaking news or shocking news. I do the 2-word tweet. It's great. It's fucking
like
great.
A quote tweet, a little quote tweet.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Alan's been doing great. You've been doing great. It's been fucking great. Everything about this weekend's been great. People are like, hey, if this is losing, I hope I lose again.
Right.
And again and again. This has been a fantastic week. And now we got Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And man, it's almost going to be a little bit of a letdown from the Odyssey, but there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, and Chris is on his way there. I won't be going. I'm sorry, Chris. I'll have a little FOMO. But, I mean,
well,
dude.
I'll say this.
No.
In past years, I was inundated with requests for badges. I can't give away the extra badges I have now. People just go to Comic-Con. Part of the reason is I think they're kind of like, I'm good, right? The second reason is it is too expensive. Everything's jacked up in price, from the parking to the hotels are 2 and 3 times normal rack rate. They just double it, triple it, doesn't matter. It's insane. And even like the meals, like
$25.
A sandwich in San Diego during Comic-Con will set you back $25.
Yeah, I got 2 sandwiches, 2 bags of chips, and 2 bottles of water in 2013. It was $60.
Ugh.
I got
in the con. That was buying it inside the con. So it's a shit sandwich you get inside the convention.
Worse. Dante and I were like at San Diego Comic-Con. We each got a slice of pizza and a Coke. It was $50.
What?
Yeah.
Pizza.
One slice of pizza was square.
You're better off in California stealing it.
Yeah, well,
you won't get a fine. You won't get arrested.
True.
Maybe if you're white, have Dante do it, and then nobody will press charges.
Then exactly.
Yeah. He's black.
Yeah.
He's got black privilege. Hail Dante.
True, so my friends, including Dante, are like, they don't want to go because you go and what do you want to spend your money on when you're there? You want to get comics, you want to get stuff, you want to look at collectibles, whatever. You want to get the cool stuff at the con, but they're bleeding people dry. And California, is part of that with highest taxes in the country, state tax. It's unbelievable.
You used to go to con to get deals on comics. You aren't getting a deal at San Diego. No, you're better off. Oh, let me shout out, like going to Bell County, going to a little Comic-Con. Like I'm going to do in a couple weeks.
Yeah, the smaller cons are better. I mean, San Diego, it's really also a place where I see a lot of people I don't normally see. I'm concerned about the Marvel panel that they released the trailer for Doomsday, which is basically what we saw at CinemaCon, but they plussed it. They kind of finished the effects. It was just slightly different than the one we saw.
I was wondering. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, no, Alan and I discussed it. It's like, oh, that shot wasn't there, and
So
it was just a little better than what we saw. I
do you
think on the
think
effects side.
I think you're going to see a scene from Doomsday that nobody's going to see. That'll be Comic-Con only.
That's what we'll do, and
Yep.
we're doing an out of the theater, out of the Marvel panel live, like what we
Yeah,
saw.
I wonder if that like I am so curious. I wonder how if that scene will play out exactly as it does in the movie. Like there'll be no, like you're watching a clip at a Comic-Con. There's no lead up. There's no resolution. You're just watching that clip. That's what each clip will be. That's what Doomsday will be, is a bunch of clips that you will have watched at Comic-Cons, vignettes of, hi, I'm Steve Rogers, but I'm not Captain America because it's Sam Wilson. This is Reed Richards. Nice mustache, Reed. You like my fillers? Like that's pretty much what it's going to be. Everybody's going to be introducing each other. Let's go fight Dr. Doom. I can't believe he betrayed us. This guy named Dr. Doom. Shocking.
I have a theory about that.
I hope he has a different name.
No. I mean, obviously it's Victor. I mean,
last name.
Doom.
Yeah.
Von Doom. But I feel like his nickname is Dr. Doom because he's doom and gloom about the current crisis. And that's
okay, but then
moniker.
He's wearing this really evil looking suit of armor.
Yeah,
I'm Dr. Doom and my pal Annihilus. We're here to help. Annihilus is a great villain, by the way. They should use Annihilus.
Great FF villain.
Not Analysis, Dan Bask. Annihilus.
Annihilus, yeah.
Analus.
So, I mean, we're gonna see. I'm nervous. They put the Marvel panel is 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. It's the last panel of the day. Although Kevin
Saturday?
Smith, Saturday. Kevin Smith always does a panel at the end, but it's everybody, like more than half the crowd leaves, and he just kind of riffs. It's a way to fill time. But the Marvel panel has no end time, so it starts at 5:30. There's no like Kevin Smith will be on after, but you see the crowd peeping as he gets up on stage.
Well,
so
we're going to talk. Okay. So I heard it somewhere else. I'm teasing right now. Chris knows this because I've told Chris this. I've told Chris, I've told Jeremy, I've told Az, I've told Mahler, I've told Ryan, I've told X-Ray Girl. I've told pretty much all my friends this, remember, but I haven't told you. Chat. I'm going to tell you today because I heard it somewhere else. So now that I've heard it somewhere else, I've got plausible deniability, and I can go, wow, gee, I heard this rumor today, because just a couple of days ago I said, the Daniel RPKs, whoever the fuck they are, I don't care, I don't pay attention. I haven't heard shit of their rumors. I'm not saying they're not true. I'm saying most of them aren't true, but I'm not saying they're not true, but that's not what I heard is coming up. I heard something today that is definitely coming up. So I teased it like months ago, and I said, well, it might break the internet. I don't know if, now that months have passed, I'm like, I don't know if it'll break the internet. It'll probably raise an eyebrow. So I want to temper your expectations, but I heard it today, and it is true. It is a true rumor. So what do you want to tell that in a half an hour?
Let's do it.
We'll tell 30 minutes from now, X-Ray Girl.
Okay. I will set a timer. Literally. Okay.
Set a timer.
All right.
I mean, listen, again, I want to set expectations. Some of you guys in the chat, and maybe some of you girls of the 9%, we love you. Probably go to Reddit and read all the spoilers. So there's so much out there that I am not aware of, but kick Gary. Fine, I'll go.
Oh, wow. Okay, bye. So, Chris, you want to do some girl talk?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll take the day off. It's all good.
What is going on?
I just read one chat that said kick Gary, and I'm like, fine, fuck you. I kick myself. So yeah, we'll tell it in half an hour, and maybe I'll tell some more. Maybe I'll just get all the way in trouble.
Sure.
Probably not.
I still wish you were coming to Comic-Con, but
I do too.
Really nothing. Like there's the 60th anniversary Star Trek panel. There's
with Alex Kurtzman.
I don't know. I didn't see him on the list.
That will be
have to go back.
very telling because I have heard he's done. Offices
seems
cleared
like it.
out, like done. He's just going to do obligatory stuff for the shows that are out, and that's it.
Wow.
Not that it makes any fucking difference. Like
Mhm.
damage done. So if they do a 60th anniversary Star Trek panel and it's just stars from all the Star Trek shows, and
That's
it's
what it
not
is.
Alex Kurtzman, I think that supports that.
Yeah, it's like Battle of the Network Stars Star Trek edition. That's what it is, effectively.
So it'll be like all the gay Star Trek characters versus like the olds. But Shatner's not going to be there.
No, did you hear news about him?
No,
What?
don't tell him.
I
Don't
saw
tell me if it's bad.
I saw a post that he may have cancer,
Oh.
and I didn't have time to confirm it. It just was scrolling on X, but let me do a search now to
Do a search.
confirm.
And
Yeah,
I will
but
tell you that Comic-Con is reaching the end in San Diego for whatever reason. It used to be they're called the hoteliers. So the people who run the hotels are like the people who own the casinos in Vegas. They run San Diego. San Diego's now a #1 tourist town. They can charge whatever they want, and Comic-Con happens at the peak of tourist season. So believe it or not, Chris, those hotels you're paying for, those are at a cut rate. Those are at a cut rate. Those are a group cut rate due to the convention. They could actually charge more for the hotel rooms in San Diego because everybody comes to San Diego in the summertime. And they have refused to expand the convention center at every turn. San Diego has been retarded, Republican or Democrat. They can't update their airport. They can't get it. It's a fucking miracle the Padres Stadium happened. Larry Lucchino's a fucking genius because he made something happen that cannot happen in San Diego. They don't build shit. They're just fucking stupid. And it doesn't matter, Democrat or Republican. So they've needed to expand the convention center for what, 20 years, 25 years minimum. They've needed to expand the airport for 40 years. 40 years they've needed to expand the airport or move it. It's too small for the city.
Yeah, that airport's a joke.
They keep spending it on the homeless.
But William Shatner announces he survived stage 4 cancer with his daughter.
That is crazy.
And they're starting a podcast called No Time But Now.
That's great. She runs his Twitter account, by the way. She's the one who blocked me.
That's funny. Anyways, I just, with all the Bruce Campbell having mysterious cancer, when people make announcements, I kind of freak out. And so that's good.
That's great. Good. And I don't care that I'm blocked by William Shatner. He is still my Capitan forever. I probably deserved it. Okay. Even though it was friendly fire, somebody else got me blocked, but it's okay. No hard feelings. I love the man unconditionally. And fuck cancer. So San Diego Comic-Con has the convention center needs to get bigger for it to be viable for anything now, because the city has gotten bigger, like a lot bigger. The problem is it's in California now. It is impossible. You can add the stupidity of San Diego and the impossibility of getting anything done in the state of California. And it's looking like this is it for Comic-Con. Contract runs out after next year. Correct, Chris. They got one more year.
Yeah, 2027. They already announced the dates. It's the same time, third week in July. Yeah. But beyond 27, I don't know, man. Is it going to Vegas? If it does, it dies.
It dies if it goes to Vegas. I know, like Campia was like, it's got to go to Vegas. No, it absolutely dies.
It dies because the reason I think San Diego is so popular, because the celebrities from LA drive down to San Diego to appear there for, whatever they're promoting.
Well, you could go outside in San Diego. There's you go in the gas lamp. There's other places. You go to the beach, the temperature. If you go into Vegas, like you're having a meetup in August. Like what kind of fucking idiot would have a meetup in Vegas in August when it's like 170 degrees? Oh, that's me. No. But no, there's nothing to do outside. And due to the restrictions from the casinos, you cannot advertise your con anywhere. You can't put it on a board. It's like it doesn't exist because the casinos want no competition. Plus, you're competing with casinos. So you're competing with things that directly take your money. That's, MegaCon is huge, right? And it's kind of remarkable because you're competing with all the parks that bleed you dry. And then you're also buying stuff. San Diego doesn't really have that until recently. Now San Diego's so fucking expensive. It is bleeding you dry. And I think it is affecting the con. And like, dude, I've been to almost 40 cons.
Wow.
I've been to a lot. Because I grew up in San Diego. So I went to a lot of the early ones, missed the years I was in prison, went right back the year I got back, missed a couple of years in between the comic shop when Brian Hibbs, fuckface, gave up my my retailing access. And I had to get back in and just, start buying tickets again and do the lottery. And I've got pretty lucky with that lottery. Like I always got a ticket. So like I'm okay missing it.
It's weird because a lot of other people feel like similar to you. Like, why am I going? It's such an expense. And it's like, part of the reason is the exclusives to buy stuff there. You can buy those exclusives on eBay after, pay a premium, still cheaper than going to San Diego to buy it directly. So I just, I mean, I even question myself. My kids used to go every year. They would go. And now I ask them, do you want to go? I can get you a badge. And they don't want to. They're not into it.
It's really crowded. I mean, that was my issue with MegaCon. MegaCon was fun, and I feel like I got it out of my system at MegaCon. And MegaCon's a great con. I don't mean to disrespect it as a con, but I could skip MegaCon too. It's just too fucking crowded, dude.
It's
too crowded
now.
Yeah, it's too much. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I like those, like the little Bell County, those little like Comic Cons. Those are like my jam. Those are much better. Much better. And like you can get a deal and you find weird shit there. That's like, you don't find weird shit at big Comic Cons anymore. You have to go to the little cons or like rummage sales, and then you find the weird shit, which I love.
Yeah. I find a lot of the big cons, it's repetitive too. All the same stickers and
the
like
Funko crap. All that
did you see that vintage TV X-ray girl that's in my guest room that looks like a space helmet? So that's what I got at a con. So it looks like a NASA space helmet. It's a ball TV. And it's got like antennas that come out. I found that at a small con. It fucking works. Little CRTV Dan would splooge over it. It's fucking awesome.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
finding like blister card black hole figures, that's stuff that that'll be tough to find.
Dude, Clash of the Titan figures.
Right.
Good luck fighting those.
Oh, did you see? Not to change the subject, but that's kind of our ADD show today. Elon Musk is going to make a version of the Odyssey using his own AI.
Yes,
and make it accurate. Let me find.
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Why doesn't he just fucking shoot it?
So before this year ends, Grok Imagine will make a full-length movie of the Odyssey that is historically accurate and true to the art of Homer.
You know what? Can I tell you? I'll predict it right now. I don't think it's going to be very good.
No, but
like visually cool. As a movie, no. A filmmaker has to be behind that. Who is he going to hire? Someone suggested that Elon hire Mel Gibson, give him $100 million to make his own Odyssey. And he said, I'm down.
Yep. So I want Elon to give Mel $100 million to film an Odyssey adaptation with painstakingly historically accurate ships, armors, weapons, and casting, with all dialogue taken straight from the original poem and delivered in Homeric Greek.
I think it would be an I mean, look,
I'm down.
I'll review it. I'll do a review of Elon Musk's The Odyssey. But
take
it's
$100
not
million
gonna
and give it to a filmmaker. That's a big enough budget to make a decent Odyssey movie with a clever filmmaker.
But I think Elon, he's dying on this hill. It's like F Nolan. I mean, the movie does not get better the more you think about it. I don't know how you
No,
feel.
it actually gets remarkably worse.
It
Like
gets worse.
it is.
I mean,
it is.
I saw it twice. It
Did
doesn't get
Drinker's
better.
video come out yet?
Not
It should
that
be
I
out
have
soon.
seen.
Everyone's waiting.
Well,
Drinker.
he has opinions. You're gonna have to wait.
Have you
to hear
spoken to him?
I have chatted with him briefly. Yes.
So you know what he thinks of the Odyssey.
I know.
And
he could love it. Like who fucking knows? Like I don't
Hopefully
know.
today, guys.
Well, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to save it for the video. I want to share this. So this is the TV, Chris.
Oh, sorry.
Video
Whoa,
sphere. It's called
that's
a
cool.
video sphere. And they like I got the white one. There's an orange one that's actually a little better, but this is fucking rad and it works. And I'm gonna hook up like vintage game systems to it.
Yeah, just like Dan. I love it.
Yeah. Is Dan still out there? I got you, Dan.
Do you have a VCR player?
I have a GoPro. One? So yes, I have a VCR player that you can burn your VCR, your video cassettes on DVD. Called a Video GoPro or something. I got it at Costco like a million years ago. Still got it. Yeah.
That'll be so cool to watch some.
I have my home movies from when I was 14.
Oh my God.
I have like my basketball games and shit. My dad videotaped. Yeah. Before I turned into a demon child. Okay. All right. So Chris Gore.
Yes.
How much time do we have?
17 minutes.
17 minutes. So let's do Doomsday first. And that'll lead us into the rumor. And then we can talk about the Odyssey, which we're still going to talk about because holy shit. The fucking Odyssey, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, look at this. One of our viewers made this. Look at this list and go through it. This is everything Nolan. It's every cliche, long running time, overly complicated plot, non-linear narrative structure, practical effects, minimal use of CGI, A-list cast, big budget, hard to follow action sequences. We need to talk about that. Bombastic musical score, muddy sound, IMAX release, critical praise. The hard to follow action sequences. He was criticized for.
So we're going to do Odyssey. Sorry.
Yeah,
hold that thought for 2 seconds. We're going to do Odyssey now. This is for Perry. And then we'll do Doomsday.
This checklist is so accurate. It's kind of it's a joke. It's a joke. But it's real. This is every Nolan movie. And the thing that I've complained about him, he feels almost it's completely necessary for him to mess with time. He time shifts, flashbacks, flash forwards, all that. That's his signature. That's his storytelling method. He did it with Dunkirk, and it was completely unnecessary. He can't tell a straightforward story. So he has to overcomplicate things by flash forward, back, this, and it's unnecessarily confusing.
I completely agree. And the fact of the matter is that I still respect him as a filmmaker and, but people are starting to see that the emperor has no clothes. And the fact of the matter is, if you want to start calling him greatest director of our era, well, I mean, he's great. Yes, in his style. But if you want to start throwing him in there with people like, like Spielberg. Spielberg has his style too, but Spielberg can tell a linear story. You know who could tell a linear story? One of the weirdest directors of them all, Kubrick.
Yeah.
He can tell a pretty straightforward. He tells it in the strangest fucking way possible. So I think Nolan is very, very good in his wheelhouse, like exquisite in his wheelhouse. And the Odyssey was way the fuck out of his wheelhouse. I mean, Hitchcock had a style. Kubrick has a style. Spielberg has a style, but his style is like, I'm going to do that. His tracking and zoom, like, and some of the best framing you'll ever see in a film, like, except in Disclosure Day, which was terrible. And Nolan needs to tell the sci-fi psychological thriller. I mean, like, I'll line up all day to watch that. This was, hey, he took a big swing. I feel he missed on this one big time. Oppenheimer's, I respect Oppenheimer for what it is.
Right.
And it certainly deserved its awards and all that stuff. It's just not a movie I'm going to run back and see over and over again. And my biggest criticism was it was really soft on the communism issue, but that's Hollywood. That's not just Nolan. It's Hollywood. But yes, you see this checklist. It's absolutely right. But to blaspheme Nolan is bad. There is a lot of people who will not stand for it.
That I don't understand. That aspect of this, like, I am glad that I would say the majority of people love the Odyssey. I am not among them. I don't love it. And there are a small percentage who do not like it, who point things out, who point out chinks in the armor. And I'm not talking about Alan Ing. I'm talking about well, I am talking about Alan because he really didn't like it. But you can't, yes, is it a success? But I question, Gary. Wait,
pause.
All right. I question, here's what I question. Are people afraid to say they don't like it? That's what I
critics are critics of professional corporate critics. Yes.
I think they're afraid to say, God, I really didn't like it. I didn't. They all are repeating the same thing, and that's when I go, why does everyone sound the same? Like they cut and paste and they changed a few adjectives, but they're all saying the same thing.
Well, this is why, as you know, Chris, this is a very nuanced, layered argument, because there's going to be, you take the culture war aspect out of it completely, and there still would be corporate critics who feel that way because it's Nolan, period.
Yeah.
And then you add the culture war aspect, which will solidify their position of, I'm not going to say anything bad about this movie. Disbrew pointed Grace's review to me, and it sounds like somebody who didn't like it but has to like it.
Exactly. Yeah, and look, it's a cultural it's a cultural touchstone. To be in the conversation, you need to have seen it. So there's a lot of FOMO from people who haven't seen it of, well, I want to get in this is what everyone is discussing. I want to be a part of it. I'll do anything to see it. Have you seen these kids that snuck into the Odyssey?
No.
Let me share this short video. It's very short here. I found on X. Someone used an actual Trojan horse to sneak into the Odyssey. Look at this.
That's clever.
Two downstairs.
Says it's downstairs.
I think we made it past.
Oh, go ahead. Thank you, good sir.
Oh no!
Oh, dude! Ow! God! Ow.
Guys, we gotta scram, dude.
You guys can't bring this in, unfortunately.
So that was more clever than Odysseus was in the entire movie.
It was more fun in that video.
I also want to burst your bubble a little bit on that video.
What?
There's a very good chance a third-party marketing agency hired by Universal hired those kids through TikTok to do that.
This is a good segue into
90% chance that's what it was.
It's a good segue. Do you want to share the thing that I DM'd you, or should we?
Yeah. And then well, yes, since let's share that. real quick.
Yeah,
and then I gotta
because
share something.
because a lot of the conversation you see online, you should not be surprised about this on social media, is manipulated. There's, the dead internet theory. You've heard that. That's a Forbidden Frontiers whole conversation. Doesn't make you as smart as you think you do.
Yes,
Exactly.
Somebody made me this shirt because I said that.
But what we're seeing online isn't reality. We saw that demonstrated recently. I don't know if you watched the finals of the World Cup this last weekend. I saw all the touchdowns. I thought it was great. But the thing is, all the foreigners coming to America to enjoy the experience
And not
there were
stab us.
countless videos going, wow, this isn't the America we were told. They're seeing a completely different version of this country from outside. And then they come here and they're like, oh, what we were told isn't true. Well, guess what? What we're being told isn't true in a number of ways. And there are companies that advertise services to create impressions of things. And I don't know if you kept up with the Rotten Tomatoes critic list, what's going on, that they have the verified audience reviews are 90+%.
Share what you're going to share.
Yeah,
Uh,
I gotta find
Is
it
this
real quick.
it's the I went in the DM, sorry. Is this one, right?
No,
No?
that's
Okay.
not it.
No, I'll find
You got
it.
it, okay.
I send you a bunch of stuff. I try not to overwhelm you too much.
It's a link.
I
for
got
a
it. I got
site.
it.
It's a link for a site.
No, that's I got it.
Ooh.
You got it?
I got it somewhere. Dang it.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
find
when you said the thing about Alan and the armor, I thought you were talking about this because I've been tagged in this a few dozen times.
Is that you?
It could be, I'm got sick for a couple weeks and disappeared to go film as Matt Damon's stunt double.
Where did that link go? There it is.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Here it is. Or okay. A guy, just Joe Lim, just a guy on, he says, how studios get, quote, real fans to post 50,000 videos a day for them. It is a company called Flutterfy. And
Yes.
Matt Baloney did a whole podcast interview.
Hit that link, by the way. Hit the link.
I'll hit the link. Hit the link, and then I'll
And
share.
look what it is.
I got to go back and I'll share it. So that's the.
Well, no, just hit the link. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So here it is.
Flutterfy 2.0. Stealth marketing for films, TV shows, and music.
Ooh.
The Atlantic, Billboard, Le Monde, New York, the New York Post.
Look at this. Spread your narrative. Built for record labels, film studios, and production companies. Clipping accounts, UGC creators, fan edits. We used to think that stuff is like, oh, that's cool. There's a company you hire to make organic marketing. And you can book a call with them right now by clicking that.
And there's
Infiltrating the
and
market.
this
Oh,
isn't
wait,
just
here's the companies that use them. Universal,
Universal, Warner Brothers,
Sony,
Warner Music,
Apple,
Sony, Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Wow.
Our customers.
What's real anymore?
Nothing.
Well,
And I've already told the story that I won't name them, but there was an agency that we had a chat with that I was opening to listening to them. I was probably not going to do it, but I was open to listening. And same thing happens with streamers and influencers. A lot of those organic, like, here, I'm an organic Hassan Piker fan who just clips all his videos and posts them completely on my own because I'm such a big fan. It's total bullshit. It's the agency that's hiring people to do it.
I'm not sure if you're aware, Gary, but say if you posted something that was a plug or an ad for which you were paid, you would have to put in the copy paid sponsorship.
You would have, yes.
You would have to do it on X or whatever, paid sponsorship. There's no way to tell if these are real. And it says the infrastructure behind the public conversation. Number one, a fraction of the cost of ads. Number two, built to feel organic. Number three, everybody's doing it now.
Which is always great. right? That's
Right.
you know when
right.
my kid said everybody's doing it, I went, well, fine.
But this
No,
is
I didn't. That doesn't
There's
make it okay. You're supposed to report this stuff. The thing is, the sites, sorry, Chris, are not reporting them as we talked about on Friday Night Tights. Thank you
Right.
for sending them that review. That was all you, baby. And because it's beneficial to them. So they're supposed to report that these are advertising, and they're not enforcing it at all. And that includes Elon Musk. That includes everybody. Everybody. Because everybody's doing it. Everybody's
Yeah.
doing it.
Well, I mean, like, remember the Animal Farm thing that happened, and organically all these people said the same thing,
Yep.
and that caused a hubbub. You know, I don't know. They might not have used that company because they seem really not so stealth about it. It felt very obvious to me. But the fact that this company Floodify exists, and that you can go there, book a call, and you can book organic marketing that's cheaper than ads. I'm sure those kids that did the Trojan horse thing, you know, it was very funny. I bet they were pitched. They could have been paid $500 to do that. That's cheap. And that got a lot of, you know, look, it is funny, or it is, but it didn't seem very, like, that seemed planned out. Like they planned to get caught. It's supposed to be someone's filming them as they're bringing it in. I mean, cute, but I feel that they were paid to do that.
Agreed. So to back to the Odyssey real quick. Interesting clip went around yesterday of Emily Wilson, a name we have all invoked. I invoked a lot, but I made sure to point out in my video towards the end to say that despite, you know, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what I said because I riff everything. You know, I've invoked her name. Everybody's invoked her name. But ultimately, this is Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. The buck stops at Nolan. Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody influences him. He picks what he wants to be in his story, and he wrote his story. And it turns out the woke person thought Christopher Nolan went a bit too far.
Oh, this is great. Let's watch it.
What did you think about the film in terms of this notion of the Odyssey as an anti-war text?
I mean, I thought I want to, you know, not spoil anything about the film because I know the majority of people haven't seen the film. I mean, the film has these flashbacks to the Trojan War. I'm not sure if I see it as an entirely anti-war film, but it certainly presents us with an Odysseus who feels very bad about certain things that he's done in war and is struggling to process them in a very, I would say, very modern psychiatrized way. And he's struggling to process them and needs drugs to do so for help with his recovery.
Right.
And he seems to feel bad about being a warrior, and we never actually get to see him doing much warrioring, which I thought in a way was a bit of a shame. I mean, we do get to see the boat, which is lovely, but I think in some ways, I mean, I was realizing, thinking about the film, there's a tolerance for ambiguity in the world of the Odyssey, which I don't think there exactly is in the world of Hollywood blockbuster action films.
Right.
And I think that's one of the big challenges for Nolan, right?
Yeah.
Is that he has to make the protagonist a likable all-American hero,
Right.
which is a real challenge if you're basing this on a poem where the hero is not necessarily motivated by romantic love or being a nice suburban parent, but actually he wants glory and he wants to get spoils from the sack of a city, which is, you'll see what Nolan does with all of that, but it's different things from what Homer does.
Yes, it's very different. And she also, I don't know if it's in this interview, she mentions that she misses the gods. Yeah, the lack of gods and the toned down monsters, we'll just say. Very toned down. And what you're left with is, I mean, my biggest criticism of Troy was no gods, you know. It's kind of important. And I have the same criticism here, even if you kind of did a half measure, and it's because Nolan couldn't work them out in his head.
Yeah.
because like I said, it's like an atheist adapting the Bible. It's like you don't possess the imagination to make something like that. His mind is far too analytical, his mind is far too grounded to go into something with a sense of wonder. And if you're approaching a text or an adaptation with, oh, there's so many problems with this, you should not be doing it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
chat here.
Are we ready?
Was Athena in the movie? I mean, it looks like she is, but an argument can be made that she is just a PTSD delusion. And I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it.
That's the way I saw it, that the gods were in his head.
Yeah,
the monsters are real. The gods are in his head.
And Athena was mostly, as Zendaya as Athena was mostly doing this. Shame on you. Like the whole fucking movie, she's shaming him. So yeah. But even if okay, let's just say that was the goddess Athena. There was nothing else. There was no Hermes. There's no Poseidon. Zeus was fucking thunder and lightning. There's no mention of Circe's relation to either the Titans or the demigods, or Calypso's relation to the Titans or demigods, and nothing. Every translation has its different slant, but the overall reason for the Trojan War, aside from just Helen, was Zeus trying to orchestrate decreasing the surplus population and decreasing demigods too. Like there's too many, I don't know the term demigods, but like Titans. Kind of like in the Bible when God sent the flood to get rid of the Nephilim. You know, something to that effect. So it was just really grounded, and it's doing great. It's doing absolutely great. But the comparisons to The Last Jedi, I think are really accurate. I think there's certain people who like the movie for what it is. There's a certain people who like the movie for political reasons. There's certain people who don't like the movie for political reasons. But what you're left with, if you try, which it's impossible for me. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have my bias. We all have our bias. But if you try to just separate all those, I think you really just have a boring movie on your hands. Like a boring movie that lacks any imagination or wonder. It's very dry. It lacks levity. The scenes that are funny aren't supposed to be funny. Like the Lystragonian scene. I haven't posted it yet. I put some Benny Hill music to the Lystragonian scene, and it's fucking hilarious.
That's great.
It's fucking hilarious.
One last thing on the Odyssey from me, Gary, is I don't know if you've seen this video. I could share. It's like 30 seconds. This is like the Odyssey people wanted to see. This could be the thing that Elon Musk is going for. But check this out that somebody made. Look.
Yeah.
Look at how epic this looks. It's fun. Look at that visually. Just Nolan's take is so dry.
Yeah.
It's just dry, drab, not fun. Like, and she put it out, and Emily Wilson, more clips from her. She points out like he's kind of obsessed with like this PTSD. Every character.
Yeah, she points out that he made Odysseus pretty much a character from a Nolan film.
Yeah, exactly. All his characters are Nolan characters. Look at that Cyclops. It's just so bizarre.
Looks
And
more
some of these all this other imagery is just crazy, wild fun. That's like if Clash of the Titans had like unlimited budget. Look how lush it is.
Wow.
It's like old Hollywood. Like I'm looking at this going like, that's the Odyssey. That's
You know what it
we wanted.
is? The contrast between the scenes and the characters, whereas I feel like a lot of the actors blend into the background. And so you're
Yeah.
focused on these people, and it looks way more interesting, of course.
And you know, I am a Nolan fan. Watched him, you know, come up from an indie filmmaker to the heights that he's reached. But the thing, he never really does romance well. Romance is
No.
something that's sort of beyond. I mean, Maggie Gyllenhaal in The Dark Knight. You are beautiful.
Oh.
But
then
like,
Batman giving up for her? Come on, give me a
I know, it's just
break.
like all of his characters are kind of the same. They have a tortured past, and he's obsessed with that idea, and misses like he's unable to that heroism that you really need, that romance. Look at that image right there. We got nothing like that in the Odyssey. It's like pull all the desaturate all the color, and that's what we got. And just that little 30-second thing is what could have been.
It's an easy way to force drama. Now, I like Christopher Nolan is leaps and bounds better than the people I'm going to bring up. Okay, so I'm not trying. They're not on the same playing level. It's not even fair. But I do hold Nolan to a higher standard, right?
Yeah.
But one of the easiest things to force drama is to reset things or destroy things in the past and have somebody getting over a tortured past. Although I think it would be far more inspirational to see the person who's gotten over the tortured past and has gleaned some wisdom from it, and it makes them a clever protagonist. But you know, in sequels, all the time, particularly in the 80s, like the guy would get the girl, and then in the sequel, that girl would be gone. They even made fun of it in Austin Powers.
Yeah.
And Alex Kurtzman again. I don't want Nolan is a cinematic god compared to Alex Kurtzman, who's crap. But Alex Kurtzman always has to have the universe ending or the Federation being destroyed in some way. It's just an easy way to force drama, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a cop out. But well, you know, and then yeah, there's a supposed I don't know the details on the Rotten Tomatoes thing. I did look, and there is a site, and without a doubt, Rotten Tomatoes has fixed its audience score for movies. Okay, for movies, we need to make that distinction. For television, you can still go on there and leave whatever you want. But for movies, you have to, it's through Fandango, you have to prove that you saw it, and then you have to, and believe me, the studios are hiring third-party companies to go through that process to gas up the reviews. That's why go look at the audience rating for the Marvels. Go look at it for Cuties. Go, or not Cuties. What was the shitty movie? Disbrew just put it up. The Woman King. Look at the audience score for the Woman King. It's like 98%.
Which is insane.
Which is insane.
For that movie.
So, and that was from Captain Marvel. They fixed it for Captain Marvel. If you go to Metacritic, it's at 5.1. It's 8.4 on IMDb, which is still a little gassed up because it's owned by Amazon. I think Criticlist has it at probably, I think last time I checked, it was around the same score as Metacritic. But listen, it's a hit movie. A lot of people are seeing it right now. Who knows how much legs it has? And then the debate will be if it's profitable or not. And Nolan getting his 20%. Apparently, I heard Odin today. Apparently, it is off the gross, which is the craziest deal I have ever heard. But I can see Nolan getting that. The fact of the matter is, it's still going to generate a lot of money at the box office. We can argue if it's profitable or not. And if it goes past $1 billion, then it's profitable. How profitable? I don't know. This is the most expensive Nolan film ever made. And they put way more marketing than they're reporting, in my opinion. And this film will be hotly debated until a few years from now when people look back and went, it wasn't his best film.
That's what I think. I think you really need the perspective of time to where this fits, you know, where it fits in terms of his. I mean, I think it's mid Nolan, if you ask me. at best, and it doesn't age well. Having seen it, how many times you watched it twice before your review?
Yes.
You saw it twice. Yeah.
Yes.
So did I. I mean, there was initial out of the theater. I was like, well, there were parts I liked, but I'm kind of mixed on it. But nearly everyone I saw, I'm like, you start to question yourself. I felt that way about like Force Awakens. Like
That's how I felt. Yeah.
Why did I hate that movie? And everyone seems to love it.
I question my own reality. At the time, I'm like, maybe just life has passed me by, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not getting it.
But now it feels like with that company like Floodify, that they are, manipulating. You don't think that happens not just with movies. You don't think that happens with politics and what people think about issues. Like there is a whole.
That's where they got it from.
We are the most propagandized we've ever been in our history.
Oh yeah.
From social media, from just from everything, and it's all the levers can be manipulated.
Well, you were talking about how people perceive America. I never took that seriously, and it wasn't because of the World Cup. It was when I started talking to not naming names, liberal friends who are not in this country, and how they perceived America. And like, listen, we had a good conversation, and I would say that's not how it is here. It is just not. Parts of it, but is not how the whole country is. There's a, especially the way that Hollywood portrays middle America. That's how the world sees it, right? And it's just middle America is one of the nicest places. Like that, you will meet the nicest people in the fucking world. Middle America.
If you only watch Hollywood movies, there's an assumption that if someone has a Southern accent, they are racist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that came from Hollywood.
Yep.
And that's not my experience.
No.
At all. At all.
So Odyssey doing well. And a lot of things could be true at once. That's why, like, for one, the woke is dead because Nolan made a woke film. I would really love for people to really lean on that narrative and run with it. Please, for the love of God, think woke is dead or woke is back. Sorry. Woke is back because of Nolan, because Nolan made a woke film, which he did. Nolan made a woke film. This is a woke film. And it's not just, actually, the casting is the least of it. It's the messaging. It's its approach. It's its changes from the adaptation. And the motivation behind it. And then, yes, the motivation behind the casting. 100%. And Chris, well, Elliot Page, nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
That's happening.
It's happening.
There will at least be a campaign mounted. I can't say if it's going to happen. A campaign will be mounted. Best Supporting Actor Elliot Page. Also, I don't know what the Best Supporting Actor other performances are. I know the year that that one movie, that woman was nominated for actress, or that trans person was nominated for actress. Amiya Perez. She really knocked out other people that were deserving. Like,
yeah, because the movie was shitty and it was forced in. And if I recall correctly, it wasn't like this. Every critic was loving this movie. Every corporate critics were criticizing the movie for it being bad because it's bad.
Oh, it was terrible. I went to the premiere of that movie. I don't know how I got invited. I went to the premiere of that and I was like, oh my God.
Venus and Vagina.
Oh my God. Well, Alan, if you want anyone to sing it, Alan's the best. But but yeah, that movie,
half an hour.
Okay. I think Elliot Page is kind of a lock. I think is a lock because it will be a statement. And there'll be so much media will push for it.
Oh, I mean,
there'll be ads, there'll be, like they're going to
the Odyssey conversation will fire up again around the Academy Awards, but we're going to end it right there because people are reminding us it's 30 minutes. So Doomsday, I got to do a little lead up, so it's going to be a couple minutes, but
okay.
Doomsday, the tickets went on sale for Infinity Vision, and listen, it worked. Their bullshit fucking work. So this is now Hollywood's version of selling variant covers for comic books. This is what it is. And people sucked it up. So what happens is when a industry is in decline, what it does is it charges more to fewer people. So ticket prices are up, and then you create, because they got kicked out of IMAX because of Dune. They came up with this Infinity Vision. And I'm sure there's people out there in the world who think, man, they must have built special theaters, or this is a special something or other, or they have a special film or a special projection. No, it's a premium theater in a theater. But the thing is, it's one theater within a theater. So they sold the Infinity Vision, which is like your 4D or your D box or whatever the fuck they're called, your one nice theater in your theater. And they're all sold out. Well, that's because they're selling out one theater per theater. And they hyped it up, and they are sold out. And it doesn't make sense, because my local theater in Texas, except for Minecraft, never sells out of anything ever. It's a sleepy little suburban theater. And the fact that it's sold out, just I automatically sus, but whatever. Let's just say it really did. So it sold out 2 showtimes. Now there will be 10 more showtimes at that theater, but they sold out 2 showtimes. They're gone. In the Infinity Vision, which is just a fucking nicer theater that they're charging you more, that they're labeling Infinity Vision. And by God, it fucking worked. They're selling out everywhere, but it's gaming the system. It's total fucking bullshit. And listen, that's what Odyssey did it too, but at least they filmed it in IMAX and put it in 70 millimeter, and you are getting something special out of that. But they did it too, and that's what led to that very big opening weekend. And some of those prices are double your normal ticket price. So they're charging fewer people a lot more money. And that's exactly what they did in the comic book industry. The problem is the comic book industry is dead because you're not doing things to actually innovate your industry. You're coming up with gimmicks to game the system. And when you're doing that, you're not innovative. You're past maturity, and you're on the decline. You're on the decline.
The AMC Burbank 16, where I got Avengers tickets for 2 different showtimes as a backup. Not sure which, because I haven't got my Doom tickets yet. So I'll probably see Avengers at like 2:00 and then Dune at like 7. But anyways, they're just the regular theater. They're not even 4DX, Gary. They have a screen called the Dolby Digital. The Dolby Digital is, quote, branded Infinity Vision, and their Prime screen is branded Infinity Vision. And the only thing about those theaters, they're not IMAX size screens, but they have the recliner seats. Is that part of it? How is it certified Infinity Vision? What are the metrics?
It was some bullshit to get around.
That's what I'm saying.
IMAX.
Yeah. I think it's a BS metric.
It is, and it fucking worked. It worked. So the thing is, even if it was an IMAX, you saw the trailer? Would you want to see that bullshit in IMAX? It'll look fucking terrible. It will look terrible.
Yeah.
So Kevin Feige came out and said he is not going to reboot. They're not rebooting the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're resetting it. Okay? They're resetting it. Post Secret Wars. You guys have all heard the spoilers from Doomsday. They are all correct. What you haven't heard is what happens post Secret War. I am of the belief they should do a hard reboot. They should recast everybody. That's not going to happen. There's a rumor out there. I hinted to it a couple of days ago in a stream that Robert Downey Jr. will not be playing Dr. Doom after this. Robert Downey Jr., this is a rumor I totally heard from somebody else on the internet. Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to play Iron Man.
What?
That's the rumor that I heard that I can go,
Okay.
Robert Downey
Somehow-
Jr. will be returning to play Iron Man. I doubt this shocks anybody. But the first question I had was why? He's in his 60s.
Yeah.
And how they approach that and stuff. I know, but I can't say. But Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to play Iron Man.
So a variant of Tony Stark is coming back into the
No,
MCU.
it is not a variant, as far as I know.
So does he return in Secret Wars? Is that
Listen, I've heard this from more than one person.
is
So,
it does this
yeah.
happen at the end of Doomsday?
No. There'll be an Iron Man movie.
Okay, did they just not?
Well, they're going to start with the X-Men. That's I mean, Kevin Feige made that clear, and that's probably the smart thing to do. And I've said from the get-go, pay attention to that X-Men casting completely, because that will tell you what direction they're going in. But I think this already tells you that they're not rebooting, they're resetting, they're going to keep some people, they're going to let it go. And my guess is because at the end of Secret Wars, everything got combined into one timeline. And it sounds like everybody's memory is going to be erased and they're just going to continue on with like erased memories.
That's weird. So, well, I have a question then. It ties in. So, Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. We saw that new trailer. Sadie Sink is in it as Jean Grey. Is she Jean Grey from a different timeline, a different multiverse, so that when Scott Summers, Cyclops, sees not Famke Johnson, Jean Grey, but Sadie
Green
Sink,
Jay.
Green Jay. Green Jay is a new character. Jean Grey, when he sees her, is he going to be like, "Oh wow, you're Jean Grey. You've lost a lot of weight and you've gotten younger." What's his reaction going to be? Are they combined? Yeah. Is she in Doomsday? Sadie Sink, Jean Grey? Because I think Famke Johnson is not.
No.
Famke Johnson, whatever.
No. No. Sadie Sink is not in Doomsday. And I want to make it clear, like, so I heard a Clownfish video this morning while I was on my walk, and they mentioned the rumor. I don't know who, like, do not give me credit, okay, because somebody else came out with this rumor. I don't know who it was, though. And I heard it on Clownfish, and I'm like, okay, so I can talk about this now because somebody else has already talked about it, and I've heard it from, we'll just say, multiple people.
Okay.
And this is the thing I was talking about. If you pay attention to every stream, which I know all of you do, this is the thing I was talking about months ago. That I'll tell you. Again, I want to dial back the breaking the internet thing because that's what I said at the time. I'm like, I think most people are just going to expect this at this point. So maybe I was a little too excited back then. But yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Do you think real quick, do you think that the Marvel Hall H panel at Comic-Con, they'll announce Downey coming back as Iron Man, and that'll be the big, because we've already seen the trailer. They're doing a panel for a little over an hour. It's the last panel, so it goes over. They're gonna have to show more than the Doomsday trailer.
They could
again. Could they announce what's beyond Doomsday? Like,
I think that's a possibility. I think it would be more likely they announce some X-Men casting first, but like, who knows? Like, who knows? Maybe they do. I was surprised, as you know, Chris, when they were going to roll with Downey at Comic-Con, because I thought they were going to for as Dr. Doom, because I thought they were going to sit on that. And that's another. I mean, I knew that one too, and I told all my friends. I did, but my friends are good and they keep their mouth shut. Yeah. So that's I listen, I love Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Everybody loves it. And as far as like a very safe decision, that's what it is. I don't think it's necessarily a smart one. I think it's a terrible one. I think they have to suck it up and reboot and recast, because now we're in the position, and like, I don't know this, but Steve Rogers being Cap, I think it sounds like to me it's kind of done. Like after this, it's done. No more Steve Rogers Captain America.
What do you think about Downey's Doom voice? It sounds like everyone.
I didn't like it.
Well, here he is. I have a quick clip here of him on the junket circuit for Tropic Thunder. He does the voice. You want to see this?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Tony Stark,
Iron,
the most
whatever.
famous mass murderer.
Um,
Tony Stark,
Iron,
the most
whatever.
famous mass murderer.
That's him doing the Doom voice way back during the Tropic Thunder junket. There you go.
I mean, I just expected more. Again, I hold him to a higher standard because he's actually a very good actor. And yeah, it's kind of like the Thing voice. I was underwhelmed with the Thing voice. It needed to be like gravelly, because he's rock.
And I agree with you, Gary. It should be modulated in
the mask.
Like just something to it to give it more menace.
Well, Darth Vader is based on Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
What's really awesome about Darth Vader? His modulated James Earl Jones voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Iron Man eventually. Again, they're starting with Fantastic Four and with the X-Men. And then they have all kinds of other problems. You're going to stick with Pedro Pascal, who's terrible as Reed and 50, and Vanessa Kirby, who I like, but she's gotten a lot of work done now. She's 40. So you want your franchise to last 10 years. So she'll be 50 and he'll be 60 when it's done.
Oh.
They're too old. I'm not saying they had to be 20. I say there's a happy medium. Maybe make them 35 when you start out. And also, what are you going to recast Dr. Doom? Like, you just took your best villain and basically took him off the board for a gimmick to get people back so you can have Robert Downey Jr. play him. I would rather, and I think most people would have rather had somebody else play Dr. Doom.
Yes. Like Mads Mikkelsen was always that would be such a great choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got that menace, Like,
so I think they're cooked. I think it's a half measure. They're afraid to fully change, and they're going to stick with Kamala Khan and certain things. And I think they will get rid of some. I think some are done. I think Hawkeye. I think Shang-Chi's kind of done because he's awfully lippy online.
Oh my God. Did you see him, Simu Liu, getting all upset? They said recommended viewing before you see Doomsday, and Shang-Chi was not on the list.
Poor Simu Liu. Remember when he called me out and others for saying his movie flopped, which it did?
Oh my God.
No excuses. If you don't have time to revisit the entire MCU, Marvel dropped a suggested watch list minus Shang-Chi, Deadpool, Wolverine, in my opinion, and Loki on this. And then they put Infinity War, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Wakanda Forever, Thor, Love and Thunder. What's the one below that?
X-Men.
The first X-Men, Endgame, and Age of Ultron for some reason. And then Simu Liu's like, typical.
Oh my God.
Who's gayer, Simu Liu or Pedro Pascal?
Simu Liu.
I don't know. That's a lot of gay.
That's a lot of gay. I think it's fucking hilarious. The most hilarious criticism came from China when they called him ugly.
They don't hold back.
No. So Doomsday, listen, the outside of Batman and Spiderman, the superhero movie is done. It's done. You'll always be able to sell Spider-Man, and they even fucked that up a little bit, but people still like Andrew Garfield. But the like Amazing Spider-Man is fucking terrible. That is a terrible movie, co-written by Alex Kurtzman. And even the Batman, the Batman didn't light the world on fire. Not with me, for sure. But you can't say it lit the world on fire, and its sequel is coming out 6 years later. But you could still make Batman, and yeah, they're gonna have to do like one-offs. And then Kevin Feige admitting that he's a loser for not being able to do a fucking Blade movie. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. If you can't do a Blade movie, you're and then Kevin Feige invoking the comics when it comes to Secret Wars is unbelievable, because he got outed by Bo DeMeo and others, by the way, behind the scenes, of being very much against the people who are comic fans. Because Kevin Feige, the whole, like, he was a comic fan, that was a myth. That was a myth probably started by Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige, in truth, based on what I've heard, is either a bigger Star Wars fan or a bigger Star Trek fan. He's a big Star Trek fan, to the point where he wanted Disney to buy Star Trek at one point, and then Disney said it wasn't worth it.
They're right.
How much time do I have? Enough time to tell the Ant-Man story?
Let's hear the Ant-Man story.
20 minutes.
Hear the Ant-Man
I
story.
think I might know what this is, but go ahead.
Oh, you've heard it. You know who we heard it from the same person.
Oh my God. It's a brilliant story.
So let me get all the, why am I blanking on her name now? Wasp.
Oh shoot.
Wait, we can put together
her face is in my head. Oh my God.
I'm gonna IMDb it. So
Evangeline Lilly.
Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah.
Okay, this concerns Michelle Pfeiffer and Evangeline Lilly. And who was the director was Peyton Reed. Okay, Peyton Reed. And this was on Commie Mania. There was a disturbance on set between Michelle Pfeiffer and Evangeline Lilly over COVID restrictions. So I'm going to side with Evangeline Lilly on her position of COVID restrictions 100%. 100%. And she got really upset. And apparently how it goes is Michelle Pfeiffer tried to calm it down by going, listen, I understand your position and I respect it, but we still have a movie and these are the rules. And you're going to, I'm not telling you what to do, but you got to stop shaming the crew or whatever was going on. I don't know if that really happened, because it probably comes from a perspective of conform, right? So I'm going to show all my respect to Evangeline Lilly for standing her ground on the COVID restrictions. But what happened was after that, Chris, correct me if I recount this wrong. She got in her fight with Michelle Pfeiffer. She's Evangeline Lilly stormed off. Peyton Reed followed her, like touched her on the shoulder, and then she decked Peyton Reed and injured him.
He got injured badly and had to, it was, I think it might have been accident. It wasn't intentional.
It was an accident. Yeah, she didn't mean to, she swung around and it knocked him over.
Yeah.
That's what then it injured him severely. Severely. Yeah. So that's why Ant-Man is dying and the fucking franchise is done, is that happened, and she won't be back for sure. But that's it's kind of sad. It's weird because another thing I heard about, we've heard lots of rumors about Avengers Doomsday being a mess. I hear that, so I've heard some revision to that it's too big. They're trying to cut to a running time. And you probably heard Rob
that from Burnett.
Yeah.
Rob said that because he read the script. He said the script as written is 3 hours, 15 minutes. The runtime they're trying to meet is 2:45. You're going to cut all the character stuff in the beginning. That's the fun stuff that establishes and makes you care. That's all going to be gone just to cliff notes it. That's why did you feel that beginning of the FF movie was just so rushed?
Oh, because they cut a bunch out.
Yeah, exactly.
They cut out John Malkovich.
Yeah, a whole action scene at the beginning. So that's why here I think, and what I also heard addendum to that is there are egos involved. When
Yes.
every actor who got involved in the MCU was not big. Downey was like washed up at the time. Chris Evans was not a star. Neither was Mark Ruffalo or Chris Hemsworth. No one who was cast was a star. They were solid actors at various stages of their career. And now they've got big egos. And so part of it is ego. So they're trying to edit this thing, and you have too many cooks.
Yeah.
Too many people fighting for like that. What about that one scene? I said that great line. You're cutting that out. And that's what happens. And you see movies like, name any franchise. If it exists on too long a timeline, you end up getting actors directing the movies. You know, Leonard Nimoy had to do, if you want me back as Spock, I got to direct Star Trek 3. Then he did Star Trek 4. Then Shatner's like, well, if you want me back, I need to direct Star Trek 5. Might be the worst of that chunk of movie.
It is, but I still like it.
I you know what? I have fondness for it. But the point is, these franchises, the longer,
of course, Shatner's going to direct him climbing fucking El Capitan.
Yeah, that was funny.
At the Yosemite.
row your boat.
Yeah.
If you know your Star Trek. But anyways, so when any franchise exists on a long enough timeline with the same actors and talent, egos take over to the detriment of the franchise. Okay, put that on a t-shirt. All right, I want to get my quote t-shirt like Gary's wearing right now. But this is where the MCU is. That's why you like, oh my god, like they're not going to reboot. That's why you just start a new group of X-Men, right? New actors, whatever. I still think it would not be great, but whatever. So they're kind of stuck. I think the best thing they could have done, everyone said this, after Endgame, you just quietly start X-Men, Fantastic Four, non-franchises, and just tell other stories. You don't need to continue on the same timeline. I think that's the thing people are tired of. Like you've repeated, connected universes. I think that's dead. Not and Spider-Man and Batman movies, those are healthy. I think huge mistake to move freaking Batman 2 to 2028. How moronic.
Why did Hollywood stop? I mean, Hellboy, they made a Hellboy a few years ago and it's fucking terrible. And then they made another like really independent Hellboy, which was very independent, almost like a fan film, which was weird.
Yeah.
But they're not doing other comic book adaptations. They're not really taking a crack at other, like, if it was so damn healthy, why didn't somebody take another shot at the Shadow or, you know, whatever? And they haven't. Like, where's Todd McFarlane? Where's your fucking Spawn movie? I think you had a chance a few years ago to bring Spawn back and didn't. It's weird. But no, it's just Marvel and DC. DC's dead. It's a dead cinematic universe. Not that it was ever alive. But yeah, they're just going to have to go to adapting one-off stories. What's this? Oh, this is the Spider-Man trailer. Do you have time to watch the Spider-Man trailer, Chris?
Yeah, then I'll have to bounce.
Then you bounce. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. I can find the window. There we go. Looks Greek inspired.
It's very Greek.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Comic book costume we've ever seen.
It's so good.
Yep.
It's so good. I love it.
About fucking
reminds me of the cartoon.
Yep.
The cartoon.
John Romita. It's a Romita costume through and through. Oh,
okay.
The question, not as good as the last trailer at all.
I still love it. I love Gary. I'm seeing it Monday, right after Comic-Con. I've seen it Monday.
We'll do it Wednesday in like the fucking front row of a theater for a fan screening. But I mean, I get to see it. No, I'm looking forward to it. I have questions. Like, is Jean Grey the villain?
Right.
Like, who's the villain? And it seems awfully busy. So
Yeah.
we'll see. And I hope they don't stay. Like, I really wish they would have stayed off the Zendaya thing for a movie and just had him be a superhero and like recall to it, and that he's missing it, but like this is what he has to do because, you know, not as much as Daredevil in the comics, Peter is meant to suffer a little bit. Like that's, but you have to pay off that suffering with something. And they're doing a riff on One More Day and Brand New Day, which I fucking hate in the comic books, and quite frankly, what they did in the movies is better. But particularly because it's not really Mary Jane, so you're like, okay, they can break up. I'm cool with that. And they showed Homecoming, you know, a movie I do not love, a movie Mahler loves. But in Mahler's defense, he judges it completely on just the aspect of this movie existing in the MCU and not, you know, my knowledge of the Spider-Man character and how much that isn't Spider-Man in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I mean, he seems more the Spider-Man I grew up reading, watching in the cartoons, not the Stark Tech boy that they made for the MCU. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
So this looks to be the best of the movies. Although I love No Way Home, just because Toby's in it and Andrew Garfield. And by the way, quick recommendation: an Andrew Garfield movie trailer just dropped.
Oh, the
Uprising.
The Uprising.
Dude, have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's so good. It's about a taxpayer revolt.
A taxpayer revolt. Love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it looks cool. And then that Motor City, I had never even fucking heard of it till you tweeted. Dude, you responded to somebody's tweet. And
yeah, I saw it. It's great. It's so good.
That looks cool as hell.
There's like 10 lines of dialogue in the entire movie. It's all a wordless crime drama love story. Alan Richson is framed, goes to prison, and is on the path for revenge, and it's amazing. And it's set in 1977 in Detroit with the soundtrack. It's like listening to the radio from hits from that era and making up stories in your head. It's amazing. You got to see it. But I've seen people who hate it or people who love it. I'm in the love it camp. I think you would, knowing your taste, I think you would.
There's a Clayface trailer, but if you got to bail out, Chris, go ahead and we'll look
at a new one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll stay and then I gotta go.
Okay.
All right,
because I want to see it.
Let's go.
I'm not like one way or another about this. We'll see.
Based from Creature Commandos, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it should be if it's all connected.
Okay. I don't know. It looks like a really fun horror movie. Why I care? Because he's a Batman villain. And okay.
Another Batman show / movie without Batman.
Yep.
It is ridiculous how many things we've had without Batman. And it's because Warner Brothers hoards them. There should be a Batman TV show.
It's a Batman TV show.
You do a Batman it's made for TV. Batman is better suited for serialized television than for films.
It's the 66 Adam West TV series got it right. I mean, do that, but completely different tone.
Netflix,
obviously with like modern tone, like serious
Daredevil,
tone.
Netflix Daredevil, not Disney Daredevil, Netflix Daredevil, but then you make it a little more fantastical. You make like it exists on a different planet. Like it doesn't exist on Earth. So Gotham has to be this character. Like the Enterprise is a character in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Right. Art Deco. And like you see some modern stuff and you make a modern 30s and you just base it on Batman, the animated series. It's that fucking simple. It's that simple.
The animated series was so good. So good. The way they brought in different villains and you saw their origin and it connected. It was great.
No, it's great. So, Chris, you will be at Comic-Con. You're on your way now. You need to go so you beat that traffic.
I gotta get on the road. I will be. Well, we will be doing a Hollywood on the Rocks. I'm probably gonna be in a car. So
I'm in a car.
I'm in
Car
a car.
video.
I think Angry Badger is guest co-hosting because I'm in a car, and I will make sure to show the nuclear boobs when we drive by them down San Diego. I'm gonna show that.
I have to admit, Angry Badger doesn't ever really seem that angry.
Oh, you should have seen him and Rob Burnett going at it.
For what? Over what?
They were talking about the Odyssey.
Of course.
I don't know. I loved it. It was a great conversation. Two people who disagreed. One felt one way, one the other. Like, why is that hard for some people? Why is that
very
upsetting?
difficult for some people?
Like, and it's like then you go your separate ways and you have different opinions. I guess I've grown up just debating stuff like we talk about in this show my whole life and never really thought that much about it. My friends who disagree, we just like, you like this, I didn't. What's the issue? People are
apparently it's an issue, particularly with Nolan, because you're like some of their identity is wrapped up in a Nolan film. That's not healthy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
That's not
Anyways,
healthy.
thanks for having me on. Thank you, Gary. I'll be back next week. I'll have seen Brand New Day the next time we talk.
Oh, excellent.
Wow.
So that'll be fun. I don't know if we'll discuss.
Well,
and thanks.
I'll be in touch with you during con and just feed me as much info as you can. Because I guess I'm not going to be seeing stuff. I probably should have gone, but
I still got a badge for you.
Look at him twinkling.
Gary, I have a badge. It won't be your name. But I have a badge for you.
It was just do not include me in any panels. If you want to get panels at Comic-Con, you do not want to include me.
Well, yes, I pitched 3. One you could have been on, but they picked the one that was the safe one. So
yeah, they're not gonna. Nah.
Yeah. And X-Ray Girl, congrats on your appearance in the Odyssey.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
Being
Thank you.
It really showed because the action was fucking shit.
Okay. All right.
Later,
take
Chris.
care. Have a fun. And for those soups or whatever, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. See you on Hollywood on the Rocks in a couple hours. Take care. Later.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna get right to soups. I'll probably have to square some up because I got to go and make some more videos, man. And do other stuff. I'm a little behind.
Travel.
Yes. Best audiobook version of the Iliad and Odyssey. I don't know what the best of the Iliad is, and I don't know if this is the best of the Odyssey, but the one the one I listened to is the one narrated by Ian McKellen.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's translated by Robert. I'll say Fagles. There's another way to say his name, but I'll say Fagles. Now they're really trying to push the Emily Wilson translation. It was like soon as I fired up my home screen.
Oh, let me see if that happens to me.
There's one by Stephen Fry. And there's also the Emily Wilson one is read by Claire Danes.
Yeah, it's the first one.
First one that pops
for
up,
you.
right? Yeah. They are fucking pushing the Emily Wilson translation hard.
Let me see if I just search
it's really hard not to believe that they're that they are reframing Homer's Odyssey with modern language. And Disbrew put it best. A lot of stuff is framed from white guilt in America over slavery, for which I have none. And a lot of stuff from the UK is guilt over colonization, which is, I think, a very good description. Very, very good description. Now, you can't call Nolan a boomer. I think Nolan's my age, right? So, let's see. I mean, you can call me a boomer, but I'm actually Gen X. So, yeah, I'm older than Nolan. Yeah, he's 55. He was born in 70. I was born in 69. The Odyssey. Oh, by the way, Tasku Right. Thank you for the $2. Theo's Primus for $5 says the Odyssey was pretentious and boring. Nothing epic about it. They could have called it inspired by the Odyssey. Yes. Are you and Alan going to see Brand New Day early, Chris, at Super Friend Man? He answered that.
Yes.
He's going to see it Monday. He'll do an out of theater review. Hail all. Saw the Odyssey. Epic Mike is 100% right. All the cinematic feels, but it all falls apart. We're Greeks. Audible laughs in the theater. There were for me too. There were for me for that scene and Elliot waddling across the beach. People were chuckling for that too. Needed a different director, writer. Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper, Big Worm. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $10. I know you guys rag on JJ, but please give Fringe a watch. Incredible sci-fi show. I've watched Fringe. With one of the best final seasons, a great father and son story. That's the heart of the show. P.S. Get Dave Cullen on FNT. I've wanted Dave Cullen on FNT forever, but it's always been like he's busy in a time issue. We'll try again. Let's reach out to him again.
Okay.
Because I'd be willing to even start the show like an hour earlier to accommodate him. Dave Cullen is instrumental in the growth of my channel, where like you can get shout outs all day long. It's what you do with them. But he gave me and Bulls Trek a shout out many years ago. And it was very helpful. And yeah, and I love that Ginge. So yeah, I'd love to have him on. Go subscribe to his channel, both of them. He's got them both back now. Computing Forever and the Dave Cullen Show. Kenneth LaRocca has been a member for 74 months, and another month has gone past. Hello, Gary, Chris, X-Ray Girl, and chat.
Hi.
Hello, sir. When will you have a meetup 5 minutes away from Chris's?
We did 1 year.
Yeah.
It was like 2-3 years ago. My first time in LA.
That was your first time in LA. That's right.
Yeah. That was fun.
It was fun. Meet up in California.
Well, if Comic-Con's not going to be there anymore, it's going to be hard to organize something.
Yeah, I'm going to Comic-Con next year. If it's the last year, I'm going to go next year and say goodbye. But I mean, Comic-Con is the people you go with, and it was so spread out last year. And yeah, I don't know, last year, about halfway through, I'm like, I'm ready to go home. Maybe I'm just getting old. Plus the deal, it was cool seeing a bunch of my old friends, but my Jamie Newbold, a good friend of mine, he stopped going now. So, Chris, been a fan since G4 days. Loved you there and found you a few months ago on here. Since then, have become a huge fan of Gary and the whole FNT crew. Thank you, Headshot Mosher, for $10. Appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. You guys rock. You rock, sir. You rock. Psychotic Mongoose has gifted a membership. Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. What X-Ray Girl clip are we going to get next?
Uh-oh. Oh. There's some interesting ones.
There probably is. The Odyssey beat us chuds. Now they know what the 1977 Tampa Bay Bucks feel like when they had their first when they won their first game. Exactly, Meat Slave. Yeah, we either are insignificant or so significant that you needed Chris Nolan to beat us. And I hate to inform you, I am not defeated. As is not defeated. Drinker, did Drinker release his video today?
He hadn't at the time we talked last. I can
let's see.
Check.
Maybe it's tomorrow.
Yeah, there's nothing new as of yet.
Yeah, then it's probably tomorrow because his flight was delayed.
Oh no, that sucks.
His flight was delayed. Listen, Drinker can wait a week. The this will be his biggest video of the year. And I even told him that I'm all prepare to have your biggest video of the year. And whatever his opinion is, you'll find out in this video. Hail will. But when so much of the conversation was, and now this is content creators in a space I don't really frequent, so I don't see very much, but it's a lot of old Collider people who were attached to essentially a corporation and a machine that wanted to be the ESPN of entertainment. So does Looper. I think Geeks and Gamers has done far more work becoming that than they ever did, in my opinion. And Friday Night Tights, we are grateful for your support. We are grateful for your support. But their conversation was dominated by chuds, and I found that interesting. I found it very interesting and funny. And they were still very hurt about Supergirl. So some of it comes from Supergirl. But we'll just see how things play out over time. Time makes fools of us all. New Clayface trailer is out. Very Joker-esque in my opinion. Oh, as far as the approach, yes. Odd choice. Everything about it's an odd choice, and it could be good in isolation. I mean, the trailer didn't look bad. I'm not like excited to go see the Clayface movie. But it might not be bad, and maybe it ends up being like the best movie in all of the DCU. And I think that's a very good chance. I think it's a very good chance that will be the best movie in the DCU.
It's likelier to profit because it's a lower budget.
The Penguin show proved that you can do a Batman show.
Mm-hmm.
It proved it. No, Batman wasn't in it, but if you take that approach, I love the Penguin show, and like these fucking idiots, they're not following it up. It's the only popular thing they have done in the James Gunn era that had no controversy. Sure, there were some people who didn't like it or whatever, but vast majority of people who saw it liked it. There was no you can't argue. Superman was very divisive, so there was none of that was with the Penguin. So they got to win, and they immediately do nothing and then reduce the Penguin screen time in the Batman 2. You can take the retards out of the company, but Warner Brothers is still going to be retarded. It's weird. The Audacity. Daddy. Chris can't wait to see you at Comic-Con, says Joey. Joey will be there. This is going to piss you off as a Tolkien fan, Gary, but people are claiming DEI Odyssey is better than Lord of the Rings. I even hear there some nasty business with Rotten Tomatoes. There is, but there is with every movie. So it's not just, I wouldn't roll with the narrative that it's just the Odyssey. There is with every movie. People saying the Odyssey is better than Lord of the Rings are retarded.
Insane.
No, they're just retarded. Like, you need a sippy cup. You need to, you can't tie your own shoes. You need Velcro.
Yeah. I've watched Lord of the Rings 50 times. I don't think I could watch the Odyssey more than twice.
No. The Lord of the Rings has imagination, wonder, levity, fun. It is a adaptation in the spirit of Tolkien, does not subvert Tolkien. You can have your arguments about what was left in, what was taken out. The books are superior. They always will be superior. But it's the greatest trilogy ever made. And the Odyssey, okay, here's one. The Odyssey isn't better than the fucking Hobbit trilogy. The Hobbit trilogy is better than the Odyssey. I'm not being provocative. The Hobbit, despite its flaws, the Hobbit trilogy is better than the Odyssey. So it's keep Lord of the Rings. You know what? You can say what you want. It's free country, and you're allowed to be as retarded as you want. It's okay. For fuck's sake, cancel. I'm going to sound like Angry Badger now. Cancel Disney Plus. Well, it's canceling itself because it's becoming Hulu, but then they're removing the Hulu name and calling it Disney Plus because Disney Plus was a failure. X-Ray Girl, it's a shocker that Echo didn't like bring in a bunch of subscribers.
What? I
Or
had
Agatha
no
all
idea.
along. Or Ironheart.
Ironheart. Yep.
Just like Disney, Comic-Con promoters only want the fans who will buy something without hesitation. They don't want the middle-class fans anymore. They don't. They really don't. It's getting priced out. And Quentin Tarantino talked about it with cinema. Cinema was a working class. And when we say middle class here in America, to the Brits out there, where middle class means a completely different thing. Middle class is like upper working man. Okay, upper working class. So it's not the middle class. Again, the middle class is a little more posh in the UK. It's not what it is here. It is just the middle for the most part. But yeah, they're pricing out the working man and the working woman. And cinema used to be the working man and the working woman's form of entertainment. It was priced correctly, but now it's ridiculous. So you take a family of 4 to an IMAX Odyssey. What's that taking you back? Over $100. And that's just for tickets. That's not counting snacks. And if you live in a place like San Francisco, $30 for parking minimum. And your car gets broken into. Look out. It's Cocter Coombe. Cocter Coombe. Well, Axel Bronze has stopped making porno films, but he would have made one for this. But I think he's retired. Gary, did you ever get a chance to meet John Schnepp? I used to watch Collider Heroes because of him, Chris, and RMB. Those were such innocent times. I never met John Schnepp. Chris was good friends with him. So was RMB. And yeah, he's missed. And he was the glue, apparently, that held that thing together and knew his shit. The popular manga anime Naruto is getting a live-action adaptation through Lionsgate. Naruto is up there with One Piece as one of the most popular manga anime in history. It'll be directed by the guy who did Shang-Chi. Oh boy.
Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah,
no.
I sold like Shonen Jump. I sold those I sold Shonen Jump in my shop, and we had anime fans who would special order stuff, and so I'm aware of like the popularity and who they are. I just never read it. If Cap was plucked from the timeline with Peggy for Doomsday, how can he also be old at the end of Endgame to give Mackie the shield? MCU time.
I think
tricks
even time,
sucks. Yeah.
timeline, maybe.
Maybe they're plucking him out from before that happens. That's why they're adding footage to the end of Endgame. So Endgame's going to be released in September, re-released in September with new footage.
Oh, time travel.
Time travel, sorry. Yeah, time travel does suck when you don't think about it. Chris, could you shed some light on Nolan's reported first dollar gross deal, what it actually means, what it does? Is it causing it's causing a lot of confusion? It is. Now, this is reported by Forbes, right? So that's where it comes from. And I'm going to say Forbes isn't always right about stuff. So I don't know if this is a rumor, but let's just say it's true. Let's go with it being true. Then props to Nolan for negotiating a fucking baller deal. That's all I've got to say to that. Fucking respect. 20% of gross. 20% of gross. But if anybody can get in Hollywood, he can. Like, I don't fucking know. I mean, it's no Robert Downey Jr. deal with Marvel, but I just think picking apart the profitability because of how much Chris Nolan makes, I don't necessarily think that's an argument that accomplishes anything. I could be wrong. I don't think it's an argument that accomplishes anything. I don't think you're going to convince anybody who might not think otherwise about a flop or not. And it's all conjecture, even if it is from Forbes, unless there's something I'm missing, unless there's like some information I don't have, like this is absolutely confirmed 100% that this is the deal. And if you want to break that stuff down, that's part of like what we do here on YouTube, and you have fun. But ultimately, as far as, you know, winning hearts and minds, now I respect like people who want to be right. Like, of course you want to be right. And I respect you fighting for that. I don't know. I don't know if it'll underperform. I don't know if it'll make a 1.5 billion. I could see it doing both. I honestly don't know. This is a rare occurrence. You know, pattern recognition is part of what we do, but this is an exception to the pattern, a great exception to the pattern, because it's Christopher Nolan. Spider-Man trivia question. What's Peter Parker's favorite food? Gary, what do you think of the Spectacular Spider-Man show? It's my favorite Spider-Man show. My favorite Spider-Man show is, I don't know. I think Spectacular Spider-Man is my son's favorite show. But as far as the animated series, it's got a great theme song too. But I like the 90s one. I like the 90s one. Dun, 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 dun. The 96 one. People are asking if it's are you talking about in the comics or movies or animated series? I guess it's all the same. He's shown a propensity for pizza and hot dogs because he's from New York. Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, that could be some people's favorite. The 77 TV show was fucking awesome, by the way. Clayface, The Return of Darkman, for sure. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I just won a cell for that, an animation cell. Loved that. Dude, that was my favorite when I was a kid. Aunt May Wheat Cakes. Aunt May Wheat Cakes. I love that they bring back that theme.
I feel like it's like iconic.
I started on that's where sorry, I highlighted the wrong one. The Electric Company Spider-Man. You'll lull on that one, but that's what got me to like Spider-Man. That was my first experience with Spider-Man as a little kid, was watching The Electric Company. And he wouldn't say anything, so he'd just walk around like this, And then, he would have a thought bubble. So you'd have to read it. So it got kids to read. The Ramones did a spectacular version of the cover of the Spider-Man theme on the came out in the 90s, and it was a bunch of bands covering Saturday morning cartoons. Sublime did Hong Kong Phooey. But there is a so I can't remember what numbers they are. Like, it's been a minute since I've owned a comic shop, so my knowledge was better when I was closer to it every day. But they, across all titles, they did a bagged version where you got a cassette of the Ramones cover song. Of course, I have them all. Elon, hire the guys who made Independence Day 1776. I'm not aware of that one. Bobble Bow, thank you for the. Is that like an AI movie? I do not know. I do not know. So Nolan wanted to die on the IMAX hill, and Elon wants to die on the AI hill. Let the games begin, right? Drinker is on his own Odyssey. He is our Odysseus. Yes, he is. Yeah, he's still trying to make it home. He's still trying to make it home. All lies, Axel. All lies. Where's the... There we go. Chris, did Collider ever approach you about joining the movie Trivia Schmodown? I remember they first canceled Andy Signore and then unfairly RMB. Could you text Chris and ask him that question?
Okay.
So we can answer it. Yeah, so Andy Signore was canceled due to false allegations, if I am remembering correct. I know the allegations were false. And then RMB was removed for fucking stupid reasons, and Harloff and all the other ones like bailed on him. Fuck them. You know who stuck with him? John Campea. Got to give him tons of credit for that. John Campea stuck with RMB because RMB reacted to the black security guard getting killed during the riots appropriately. He was bothered by that, deeply bothered by that, and called it out. And man, his side freaked out. And listen, remember, any word against BLM back then was bannable offense on fucking YouTube.
Okay, text sent. We'll see if he answers.
You text sent.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was getting a shake from my lovely wife, Melissa.
Ooh.
Where was I? So RMB got canceled, and we showed support for him. And Jeremy reached out. I reached out. A bunch of us reached out and said, like, hey, this is fucked up because you couldn't say a word against BLM. Like I said, Harloff and others kicked him to the fucking curb. But John Campea did not remove him from a show. So I always respect John Campea for that. I do. Signore, again, false allegations. Whatever happened after that is whatever happened. Okay. With that dude. And I'll leave it at that. Or maybe I won't. Do I want to leave it at that, X-Ray Girl?
That's up to you.
Oof.
I don't remember this happening.
Well, then he went on a career trajectory of exploiting dead women. Tom Chris for 20 says, per inflation, bro, I watched today. Tickets sold on opening weekend. The Dark Knight, 22 million. The Dark Knight Rises, 22 million. Odyssey, I said Odysseus. Why? Odyssey, 11 million. Is this really the win Hollywood thinks it is? If this is true, they're going to take it. And like, let's be real, they needed one. You're seeing how desperately they needed one. The problem is, unless Chris Nolan makes a film 5 times a year, they're fucked. Their industry is in involuntary contraction. There's a runaway production. So Hollywood is essentially going to be administrative offices. Things aren't really being shot there anymore. And it's done as the centralized hub and kingdom of cinematic and TV entertainment for the world. Those days are over. The Hollywood we used to know doesn't exist anymore and hasn't since the 1-2 combination of COVID and the strikes. Strikes were far worse. They could have recovered from COVID quite easily. But yeah, so that Hollywood's done. And you have a very popular director, old school, likes to film on film, but like Nolan is not going to be able to stop the wave of AI that will take over Hollywood. It would have already taken over Hollywood completely if it wasn't for the resistance of their own employees, half of whom will be replaced by AI. Like the job I used to do at Technicolor. AI probably can do that now. Leonard T. Dragon, thank you for gifting 1 membership. I appreciate it. Nolan actually cloned and murdered Hugh Jackman.
What?
Well, multiple times actually in a movie. If you watched it, you watched The Prestige.
No.
You have not watched The Prestige.
You know the story, Gary.
Do I?
Well,
again.
I lived under a rock. Okay. A lot of movies I haven't seen. I watched the first Rocky movie last week. Okay. I'm making my way slowly through.
What'd you think?
Oh, I loved it. Oh my
It's
God.
great, isn't it?
Oh, he is so fantastic. I can't believe like it took this long. And I mean, I know the song, I know the moment. He's at the top, and I just never saw it on Netflix, I guess, and decided to watch it because you guys shamed me into it. I guess shame works sometimes. And yeah, a lot of heart.
The Prestige is a Nolan masterpiece. To me, it's a 10 out of 10 Nolan masterpiece.
Prestige.
The Prestige, yes.
I'm gonna watch it then.
Outside of, it's his best film. I'm still a big fan of Dark Knight. I love fucking Dark Knight.
I like The Dark Knight. Okay.
Yep. Love
Yeah,
that movie.
I can watch this. It's streaming somewhere. Perfect.
All right. Hail FNT. Voluntarily worked on a micro indie that sold to Neon. It just dropped the trailer. It Ends. A Neon film. Everyone on the team would love it. If you just watched the trailer, please. Thank you. You want to pull up It Ends? You want to whip it out?
That's the only thing I'll whip out today.
Are you sure?
I hope so.
I hope so,
did it
too.
drop 2 hours ago? He said it was Neon, right?
Yeah, Neon. And it's
Okay.
called It Ends.
Okay, just making sure it's the correct one. All right, here we go.
Let's take a look. Be prepared for an honest reaction from chat.
I don't know of any roads that drive for 6 hours with no turns. We were just talking, and then we hit this dead end.
Oh, the producer of Backrooms.
Maybe we crashed. Keep doing what you were doing when you died. Did not kill us.
Stop fucking yelling!
You know what I'm thinking? I was this fucking close to downloading Subway Surfers before we turned to this stupid fucking road.
How long do you think
think we can do this. Just sitting in here, driving.
Maybe it's a forest full of people James has been a dick to.
Maybe it's a forest full of people I've given dick to.
It would be a
Empty fucking
barren forest.
I
Wouldn't be a
definitely wouldn't
single
fucking be
person.
here.
James, there is no test.
So just this forever.
What if we're supposed to suffer here?
What if that's the point? I'll do it. For him.
It's just not real life anymore.
Help me! Help me!
So, a forest, they're trapped like in a loop, like they can't escape the forest. I'm guessing they're on a road trip.
I'm confused on what happens too.
Maybe they're dead.
Maybe.
I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But hey, what?
Like it looks like a scary movie, but I also think a psychotic. No,
a psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller. Yeah, I'm confused on that
Maybe with
part.
like a little Twilight Zone mixed in. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Cheers. Hey, the crew made a movie. Hell yeah, that's not an easy thing to do. I'll say it now. Robert Eggers is currently and will be remembered as, if not the greatest director, one of the greatest, and far superior one to Nolan. Eggers is cool. I'm a fan now of his work, and he also has a wheelhouse. You're not going to see Eggers like doing a comedy, right? He's famously said, I don't know if he uses a cell phone, but he's not going to be putting cell phones in his movies. So he will do period pieces, and he stays accurate as a werewolf. You know, they try to use as close as possible to the accents of that time. So, and I love The Northman. It's a trippy fever dream, but I love The Northman. I love Nosferatu. That was fucking great. List needs to include take beloved classic, rewrite it into feminist post-war Hollywood lecturing anti-war lesson for us all. Fuck Civil Order and all that made us great. Never say what's next. Andy Miller, UK. Thank you for the proper 10 British pounds. Yeah. Again, I think Little Platoon had a very succinct and best reaction or best description of it, which was it's boomer slob. And what he meant by that, he elaborated, and again, go find the clip on Mueller on EFAP. He basically said, yeah, this could be a Vietnam War movie, and absolutely could. Oh boy. Nolan bros are the Swifties of the movie world.
Wow. Is he wrong?
I mean, no, it's I think that is spot on.
Hey, people were buying bags of Taylor Swift's wedding trash. Just saying.
I hope those kids stay together forever.
Me too.
And I hope she's not singing "We're never ever getting back together"
When they break up.
I'm pretty sure that's her song.
Yes.
Kind of seems like Nolan wanted to use the Odyssey to grab attention while making another Oppenheimer-like movie about war and Trojan horse equals A-bomb. He definitely has a perspective, and it was prevalent throughout the film. And I don't think it works. I take it that you spotted Himesh Patel, Jovan Adepo speaking to the villager. We're actually speaking to the only Greek in the cast. Yeah.
We are Greeks.
That was unfucking believable.
It just took you right out of the movie. It was so funny.
No. But with that, with Elliot, with what? How does Disbrew pronounce her last name? Lupita Labongo.
Labongo.
Labongo. It does take you out of the film, but ultimately, it's Matt Damon, who just he's not terrible. I'm not going to say his acting performance is bad because it's not. It's just there. It just exists. There's a lot of low shots of him grimacing, of him, and then occasionally Zendaya will be all, not this way, white man.
What is she, a basketball player? No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, she's playing, right? No, she's all.
Wrong way pointing, but
Yeah. I mean, she's going to be kind of playing the same part in Dune now with more, actual lines, but she'll be there to shame and correct the toxic colonizing white man. Hail the panel. Hail Papa Incel. Hail. Guys, I'm 100% convinced in Spider-Man Brand New Day, the female villain is Thyroid Mary? You mean Typhoid Mary?
Oh, maybe.
No, it's Jean Grey. It's Jean Grey, David Smart. It is Jean Grey. So yeah, it is Jean Grey. It is 100% Jean Grey. And when I first heard that, I'm like, no, it isn't. Because I was when I was told that, I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. That is a former Fox character in a Sony in a Sony movie. This is a Sony movie. And it's a Sony movie that has basically hired Marvel to produce it, like they're a production company. All right, but they distribute it. Now Marvel gets all the good benefits, like all the merchandising and stuff like that, which I think the merchandising for this one will sell a lot better because you have a great Spider-Man costume. Problem is though, like action figures, the plastic ones are shit now. They're terrible. But it is Jean Grey. Nolan has great and bad films. He's at the Spielberg Crystal Skull stage. He used up all of his reputation passes. Let's judge the movie on its merits. Thank you very much. Tim Pool, of all people, did a great standalone video the other day on how much of the music industry is fake and how there's a connection to U.S. aid. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. And the music industry is a shadow of its former self. We'll just say that. Used to be a very powerful industry. Learning about Floodify, I'm stunned. This is my stunned face. I know, right? Right. Nolan says he wants to do horror. There are people begging him to do the Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno, which I really don't want him to do. No, he is better suited for Jacob's Ladder instead. I would agree. That's Miss English tea that I won't microwave. I agree. She mad that he can destroy her lore that she destroyed. Oh, Emily Wilson. Yeah. Emily Wilson sounds like a Monty Python upper class twit. My Avengers Doomsday movie is coming. Giggity. Along smoothly. I landed a big name for Dr. Goon. Let's just say she's a former US VP. Stay tuned. Says Cucker Tarleson. Athena is the top from Inception. Ambiguity. It's so deep. If she was Athena, where was her wisdom and advice? It was in shaking her head. I don't think the journey even took place. He was in a therapy the whole time. That's what Shad thinks. Shad thinks he was just tripping balls on the island and just recalling hallucinations that were allegorical to what his journey was. Interesting argument, which makes the movie so much worse. I mean, listen, at the end, you could interpret, and tell me if you disagree on this, X-Ray Girl. At the end of the movie, you could interpret that Odysseus dies.
Going into the sun. Yeah.
Yeah, and everything after that was just some fever dream wish.
Well, he got, was it a few arrows in him and stabbed?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
I don't interpret it that way, but you could interpret it that way.
Yes.
And listen, at the end of Dark Knight Rises, there's at the time there's a bunch of people like, no, Batman's dead, and that was just a wish fulfillment vision.
Chris did get back to me about the super chat. So the question was, did Collider ever approach you about joining Movie Trivia Schmodown? They remembered Andy Signore and R&B got canceled. Chris says Collider never approached him. He was a guest on Collider Heroes because of John Schnepp.
Okay. That answers the question.
There you go.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't talked about Dark Knight Rises in a long time, but there was debate on whether Batman was alive at the end of that movie. I think everybody just believes he was alive. I don't care. I hated that movie. The Odyssey was ass, spelled with $signs. That's pretty good. Stressed out about the Odyssey, Lupita Matata. No worries. Gary, you have to read the Space Wolf Omnibus. Henry Cavill should play Ragnar Blackmane. Okay. I am not stressed out about the Odyssey. I am fired up. This is what I live for. It's the conversations of the last week are fucking brilliant. It's genuine fun because it's just the movie. But it does have cultural impact, and I could understand, like I saw some content creators saying I'm tired of talking about the Odyssey, but I don't think people are yet. A time will come, but I don't think people are yet. I would just say pay attention to the numbers on the Drinker video when it drops. They will be impressive. No pressure, Will. RT score rigging traditional has little effect on the box office. Traditional has little effect on the box office, i.e. The Woman King. Exactly, Gamer Gramps. No, the RT is now a thing that you can just say it's certified fresh from the critics. They rarely even mention the audience when it's popular. But with TV shows, I think it's still a good gauge. Now, it's never accurate. There is review bombing from both sides. So when I bring it up in my videos, I often try to bring up Metacritic and IMDb as well, to show, like, because that's the one thing we could show that might be a consensus, but it might not be too. And I mention that all the time. But there's, unless we open the books and get the ticket sales, there's no way of knowing. Now, the Odyssey hasn't sold as many tickets as the Dark Knight Rises. I think it's half the tickets that what the Dark Knight Rises sold. I think that's still probably your best way of gauging a popularity of a movie. But the fact of the matter is, you can't just pin the Odyssey's ticket sales being 50% off of Dark Knight Rises on the Odyssey, because it's an overall Hollywood problem. My view on the Odyssey, Nolan, no. Nolan, no. What we have of the story of the Trojan horse doesn't come from Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, but from Virgil's I'm going to pronounce that wrong. So Aeneid and Quintus of Smyrna's Posthamerica.
Posthamerica? Oh, I don't know. Words
And
hard.
Sinon is from Virgil's something or other that I can't pronounce. I stopped caring. Like, I kept on recutting stuff to get the names right. And I had to go in and either double check on the film or go and look up pronunciations, like the island that Calypso was on. And I got two different, I'm like, I don't fucking know. And I'm not going to go back through my audiobook and check. So I just guessed on the island. I just stopped caring halfway through the recording because I'm like, this is going to take an extra day if I have to pronounce everything right. And then by the end, I was just like Spiderman and Batman and Nokia from Black Panther and Jason Bourne. That's where I was at by the end. I just stopped caring. I didn't care. What we have of the story. Oh, I read that.
You read that one.
Wag the Dog lifted the curtain on the fake media years ago. Yeah, Wag the Dog. Interesting movie. I actually kind of like that movie. I do. And that was a very Clinton era movie. I wanted to be like Gary when I grew up. Why? Minus the drugs. I highly recommend minusing the drugs, zombie dude. I'll spend all day complaining about how shows and movies were better back in my day. Hell of a fellowship. Yeah, it's a great gig if you can find it. The best part is that when you do occasionally find that good thing, you hold on to it. You hold it tight. You do. Precious. You go, my precious. When you get a Night of the Seven Kingdoms or a Project Hail Mary, which I've seen like 4 times now. Such a magnificent movie.
I wish I could go see it in IMAX again. Oh,
yeah,
so
I mean, I like that movie more the more I see it. It's a magnificent movie. And I've seen Night of the Seven Kingdoms all the way through 3 times.
And that's like easy to get through because it's shorter.
I'm pretty much out on House of the Dragon.
Oh my god, that last episode.
It's I jumped the dragon. It's not good. It has moments still, but it's just not good. I'm late today. So was I. Have you talked about the fact that even Emily Wilson criticizes the Odyssey heavily? LOL, love you warriors of common sense. Hail. Yes, we did. So if you rewind a little bit, Mojo, we did bring up that clip. I heard about her criticisms while I was listening to Daily with Ryan, either a day ago or 2 days ago. And somebody mentioned in the chat, I'm like, and they mentioned that Emily Wilson agrees with me. And I'm like, what? So I looked for it. And I saw. I didn't know there was video of it though, and that's been going around now, and it's making the rounds. And she's not the only translator that's calling it out. You know, bottom line, you read or listen or watch now the Odyssey for gods and monsters. Yes, we can follow the hero Odysseus, and he is our protagonist and our main character, but we're there to see him sail past the sirens and confront Polyphemus and and Circe and the fun bits. That's what's made this story last for thousands of years. Is the Odyssey portion of the Odyssey. And this was just, like I said in my video, grounded in the dirt. 300 is better than the Odyssey. Ooh, that's going to make people mad.
Absolutely.
300 is, I own 300 and would watch 300 again, understanding completely that 300 is fantasy. It is absolute fantasy. but it is a film that really captures Frank Miller's work perfectly. You know, what's funny is that little the Sin City and 300 kind of 1-2 of Frank Miller. We won't talk about The Spirit. Led to Spartacus. Spartacus is heavily influenced by 300. And it's Sam Raimi. So Spartacus is the shit, by the way. That's a great show. War, Gods, and Monsters. And what we got was no gods, war bad, and a couple monsters. Aside from the pretension, what's the difference between a film and a movie? Do you have a fan P.O. box? I'd like to send you some Ash vs. Evil Dead swag. Well, I do. It's on the About section for the channel. If you go, or the description where it says more, our address is right there. Thank you. Love Ash vs. Evil Dead. Infinity Vision in 4D. You can smell the bullshit completely. Robert Marujo for $5. Thank you. Closer to depressing Gilligan's Island is the Odyssey. Thank you, Harry Brownhole. Chris, I could tell you what the metrics are for what becomes Infinity Vision. It's who can give us a discount on showing our movies on premium screens. Well said, Axel. Well said. Legalize Adulthood, I'll get back to that one, is gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships. Hey, all Legalize Adulthood. Somebody said they saw Spider-Man Brand New Day. FYI, which you may already know, Fathom Events is showing Point Break for its 35th anniversary on August 16th and 19th, and Terminator 2 for its 35th, August 27th and through September 2nd. Awesome. Thank you, Payne. All right, we're going to get a couple more, and then we got to get out.
Do you want me to?
I'm looking.
There's one from Red Mage.
Yeah, Red Mage says, "Hey Gary, I haven't been able to catch the last few FNTs. Did you have a venue info for the meetup in Vegas? Not we will not as of yet. We will have it very, very soon. But it's locked down. So what we're trying to again avoid is people trying to ruin it, which there are many who try. Oh man, Gary, Juanita's my treat. Callie, hi X-Ray Go. What's up, Jay? I would that's tempting to come out just for Juanita's. Interstellar ignited my worldview as a teenager. It deserved to win Best Picture for showing that our deepest human bond is tied to our greatest collective ambition, ensured humanity as a future. Ryan Charlton for 50. Is it just me, or is anyone else bothered by Steve Rogers calling Thor pal in the trailer? If I remember right, only Bruce and Hulk called him pal. I mean, he's got a lot of explaining to do. Hey, pal. I mean, all he has to say is like, yeah, I wanted to like just motorboat Haley Atwell, and you just go, yep, okay, I get it. I feel like Eggers' Nosferatu wasn't even good. A lot of the actors, other than Willem Dafoe, didn't feel authentic, but also I thought all the weird psychic sexual stuff was weird. Nosferatu isn't supposed to be sexy like Dracula. Well, he's not sexy in it. The whole point is he's not. He puts a spell. See you in Vegas meetup near the Four Queens. I saw the Odyssey Thursday and hated every second of it, especially the deconstruction of Odysseus, says Mr. Burns. And Zero Nitro for 20 says, hello, Noon Crew.
Hello.
I've seen the Odyssey twice now, and my biggest takeaway is that Nolan simply doesn't know how to do real ancient epic stories and storytelling. It has been done better with similar movies like Ben-Hur. Yeah, go watch Jason and the Argonauts, okay? That's some Harryhausen glory. Even though Immortals is a fantasy and isn't faithful to Greek myths, at least it has damn gods in it, kicking ass costumes and final fight sequences, both 10 out of 10. The Odyssey, 4 out of 10. Yeah, The Immortals with Henry Cavill. Hollywood Menace. Okay, we're going to wrap it up there. We'll get the rest on a square up. I apologize that we have to leave early, but I got to leave early. X-Ray Girl, what do you got coming up?
Poor choices tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. X-Ray Girl everywhere. I do have a Stargate watch tomorrow as well at 12 p.m. It's next week, Thursday is the finale. So I'm really, really excited to finish off season 1. Yeah. I'm almost there. So,
Nice.
and the last few episodes were so good. Gary, you're going to love it because it's like everything that would steer you into Urban Frontier. So yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, I'll get there.
I know you.
Not this month though. This month is nuts. Yeah, we're gonna have to move. We're moving Buffy to next week, and Harry Potter. Somebody asked about the Harry Potter stream. That's after the summer. That's gonna be after. That's gonna be after the summer. But when we lead up to the show, when it gets a little slower, because when you cover Hollywood, peaks and valleys. Just like Hollywood. But there's always something to talk about.
You never know when things drop sometimes too. So
there's always something to talk about. And yeah, there's also the rando news, but like schedule is pretty full, and it's going to be our busiest November, December ever. And then we didn't even talk about the Rings of Power shit. So I will talk about that. We'll talk about it on Friday on FNT. All the Rings of Power stuff that's coming out. That we will discuss for sure. So, yep, I got an Odyssey review out. I got a couple of things. We're working on a supercut for DC. Working on a special 10-year anniversary Ghostbusters. Both are kind of evergreenish, so they'll be out when they're done. Yeah, 10-year anniversary review of Ghostbusters 2016, which I had never seen until a week ago. And yeah, that's it. We have Kada on FNT.
Kada. Yes.
Kada, little Kada. He likes feet.
Yeah.
So thank you to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat donation. And for the ones that we did not read, we will read in the super chat square up, which will be Monday at 11 a.m. Central on Rumble and Nerdrotic Live. Thanks to Chris Gore. Have a great time at Comic-Con. Lots of Comic-Con news coming up shortly, and it should be a fun week. So take care, everybody.
Bye.